Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. It's July 18th, 2025. Filling in for Steve this morning. He had his son's baseball schedule. His game time was scheduled for 8 a.m. this morning. So rather than cancel the live stream, I said, yeah, sure, I'll step in. Markets, Dow futures up 53, NASDAQ up 57. S&P futures up 10. VIX down a little bit. It's down 0.6%, 16.42. Getting a bounce here in stocks for some reason just now. Not really sure what the deal was there. There was about an hour ago, housing starts, building permits, and then at the top of the hour, consumer sentiment, which it can move the market a little bit. So I need to be aware of that if I'm in a trade here. As far as one DTE goes, I really like the Friday options, the 3 days, but the VIX has come down, so I may still enter one to see what the markets do out of the gates here. I might give it 10 minutes. Bell's going to ring here in 15 seconds. Netflix down 2.4%, so that's not good for our earnings trade. Nothing like starting out in the hole. $700. Netflix with an earnings beat. Revenue increased by 16% and the stock sold off. Can you hear me now, Ken? All right, just a minute. Yeah, I don't know why it comes in and out. How about now? Any audio now? Still no audio. All right, how about now? Yeah, I don't know. I guess the thing to do is just leave the stage and come back. That's what I did there. So Netflix not good for the earnings, even though they had a really good earnings. Looks like it's just going to be a full loser. Might not have heard me, but I said I really like the 3 DTE, but the VIX is down, so I was gonna maybe give it a little bit, see if we can get a VIX spike here in the first 10 or 15 minutes, but looks like I may just end up having to pass on it. We'll see. At the top of the hour, we have the consumer confidence, so maybe if we get a VIX spike, then I'll put it on. Hood pushing highs of day. Or pre-market, yeah, blew through pre-market highs. S&P coming down a bit. Netflix still falling. Nothing like starting out in the hole from the opening bell. Coinbase pushing up. Morning, Landon. Getting our second bar here now. S&P coming down. Not much of a VIX spike though yet. Be nice to have a good choppy Friday. Yeah, Netflix is going to be a full loser. I didn't. I guess Steve did TSM the day before. I didn't do that because I don't always like to take earnings trades if a stock is been busting through all time highs. So I didn't take the TSM one, and it it didn't matter. It popped up. So I knew Netflix would be strong in terms of earnings, just from things I've been hearing, and so I was like, okay. So I did Netflix, and sure enough, 16% revenue, but sold off. Usually on Fridays, just try to get a trade or two in. Not seeing any big bars. Yeah, Hood strong again. Circle coming down. Circle really falling apart. Not seeing any volume bars though. So we'll just wait. Coinbase hit all-time highs, pulled back just a little bit here. Now it's popping back up, so I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Yeah, looked like it just ripped up, so didn't pull back for very long. Yeah, Hood and Coinbase both ripping up. Yeah, circles to me it's trickier to play it to the short side until I can show some consistent signs of weakness. I pretty much have only been long whenever I've traded it. Tesla is kind of holding above. I guess it came down below. What was that? Pre-market highs? No, yesterday's high. Popped back up above it. So that could be a potential long. When does coin have earnings? July 31st. Okay. Today is the 7 days to expiration, 7 DTE. I'm looking to look to get long Tesla here on this little pullback. Eesh. Look at the 330 calls and 7 DTE. See if I can get filled at 960. Nope, popping up now. Nope, come back down. All right. You can leave it here at 960. I'm adjust a little bit here. 970. Filled at 975. As the 330 calls. Make sure you're on the 7 DTE. Tesla. 7 DTE, 30 calls, Sonia. 330 calls. I would close half at 1075. Tried to get a better fill, but I was afraid if I didn't adjust, I may not get filled. It's trying to pop up for us now. Coinbase to highs of day. Hood still ripping. Phil, 1075 in Tesla. Close half. MSTR coming down hard. A nice pop up in Tesla. Wow. Get rid of another 1175. Let's see, anything not bouncing here. It's staying weak. Microsoft not really bouncing. Man, what a day it had yesterday. Man, Coinbase. Straight up. Dow down 105. It's the weakest. And MSTR just melting down. Hood pulling back a little bit. Keep an eye on it to maybe get long, but man, it'd be trying to figure out where I would enter and what would be my line in the sand there with Hood. Tesla getting the highs of day. Again, I've got an order to close another Tesla at 1175. Wow, MSTR just dropping. Drop in the S&P there. Tesla held up there, so that was good. CRWV, I've never traded that. Tesla pushing up. Try to get out of another one here. Got two left. Build at 1160 to close one more Tesla. I've only got one left. Now the S&P coming down to lows of day. No effect on Tesla. Guess I picked the right one there. Yeah, I've just never traded CoreWeave. Hood is holding up here a little bit. So I got one little runner in Tesla. Hood popping up. Darn it. I was going to try to get into Hood. No, it's popped up too much. Shucks. Just wasn't quick enough. S&P still coming down right at lows. Yeah, no. Just I missed Hood. See what it does here. MSTR still falling apart. Circle pushed down. Now it's come all the way back up. We got that consumer sentiment in 5 minutes. So, got to decide, do I want to cut my last Tesla before it or roll the dice and see if it'll be positive and that the market's going to rip and Tesla will rip? Tesla was kind of when the stock price gets to be like, in the $8, $9, $10, it's kind of in that area where it's like, okay, if I want to do 3,000 of buying power, well, you either go lower or you go a little bit bigger. I don't have a one DT on, Sonia. All I have is one Tesla call that's on right now. Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, if I had it open, then I wouldn't, the one DT that wouldn't make me take it off. Yeah, looks like Steve did put it on. Yeah, he's not going to take that off because of consumer sentiment. I was just wondering about taking off my Tesla before it. But Tesla's currently ripping up. 1275 would be my next profit target if I was to put it in, but I don't have it in right now. I mean, Tesla's ripping and the S&P's not moving. Well, I mean, I've never put on a TLC trade prior that early. right, so Tesla. I'm going to go ahead and exit. Filled at 1240. So nice trade there. A little upside continuation runner in Tesla. It actually, I saw it get close to hitting 1275, but then it started to come down. So VIX coming up a little bit. Let's get some juice pumped in there. Initial reaction is up in the markets. Tesla ripped higher. Pretty wild VIX there. Just kind of hoping we get a little juice pumped in. Coinbase back up to all-time highs. We got Circle above pre-market highs and above yesterday's highs. Circle pushing, Coinbase pushing. S&P coming back down a little bit. Oh, big bar and circle. Yeah, Meta through lows. Let's see what Financial Juice says there. It says 61.8, forecast was 61.5, previous 60.7. But S&P coming down. Circle will have to pull back more than what it's pulled back now for me to get in. Yep. I was a lucky squirrel that found a nut there on Tesla. Hood has come down. PLTR. S&P coming down. Man, circle still ripping. So S&P touched all-time highs and is now since just reversed. I'm not currently in anything. NASDAQ went red for a moment there. I'd like to see the VIX spike up a little bit. It's just not really. I'd like to put on that 3DTE. Coinbase ripping, Hood pulling back now. SMCI through highs of day. Tesla pulling back a bit. S&P staying weak. Yeah, Apple flushing through lows. Now Amazon. I mean, I don't want the VIX isn't moving. Another big bar for Circle. Yeah, I would think the VIX just, I don't know, it's just sitting there. S&P coming down through lows of day. No pullback in Circle or Coinbase. Need some juice here. Need some juice pumped in. Man, just no entry in Coinbase or Coin. Not seeing anything so far. I want to get in. TSM coming down. S&P still dropping. But a lot of stocks still pushing. NASDAQ falling. Getting a little Friday sell-off here. Hey, you just keep hitting all-time highs. Like it's just going to happen. Trying to see what's holding up here. Yeah, Coinbase now, Circle coming down. All indices now red. Whew. It's getting nasty. She's a getting nasty. $20 points down since the first bar hit all-time highs. Friday profit taking after just all-time high after all-time high. Definitely seeing some juice getting pumped in now, which could provide opportunity. I'm not seeing any news causing this. Yeah, SMCI is holding. It's in such a tight range, though. It's hard for me to trade. I mean, it's on my chart. It's going up and down at 1/10 of a point. I might take a look at Circle here. Have my line in the sand be the bottom of this bar, or potentially let it come down a little bit more to yesterday's high. Yeah, SMCI popping now. It's just a tight range. Let's see, CRCL. Ugh, man, those are expensive. I would do the 260 calls. Just do a couple of them here. Ooh. I just noticed the bid ask is really wide here. Well, they're tightened up a little bit. Yeah, SMCI through highs now landed. Try to jump in here. Circle. Just waiting to see if it can come down a little bit more. Now the bid ask is wider again. I'm going to pass on circle for now. What's Coinbase looking like? We'll pull back here. The 445 calls in Coinbase. That's popping up a little bit. Let me give it a minute. All right, let's see here. Filled at 1390. Only did a couple in Coinbase because they're much bigger. A little upside continuation. On SMCI. Yeah, popped up. Now it's come back down. That's what it's just difficult when it's in a tight range. S&P still coming down. Gotta be careful with coin. It's just ripped up. It could be exhausted. We'll see. I'm not going to give it much room to come down anymore. MSTR still coming down. Now circles all the way down. Glad I passed on that. Now it's down to yesterday's high where I thought about getting in originally. All right, Coinbase. So this bar's about ready to finish, so we'll see what this next bar does. S&P down to lows of day. S&P through lows of day. NASDAQ still flushing. The old flusheroo. Wow. We'll sell off. I'm going to go ahead and get out of coin. Filled at 1220. The old flush is happening, folks. I don't think I'm going to take any more trades with this type of price action, so I'm going to go ahead and jump off. And definitely not going to be doing any TLC trades anytime soon. So, this down move could be a blessing in disguise. It could be pumping up the zero DTE options for us, and so once consolidation starts, then could be a good time to get in. So, is it too late to drop? It's up to you if you want to do a 1DT or not. It's just been going straight down, so I haven't really considered anything delta neutral at the moment. But hopefully it stops here and gives us a little consolidation, and then it's got some juiced up premiums, maybe some good times for Elmos or TLC once it consolidates. So I'll see everybody during Power Hour. Peace.